Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Thank you so very much for commenting my videos. We have this morning inspirational motivational meetings reading world scriptures. Let's go further with today's chapter. Truth and universal law. Eternal truth. The eternal world truth or divine wisdom pre-existed the creation of the universe. The world is all pervasive. It guided the creation of the universe and continued function in the principle of nature. It operates through physical, moral, and spiritual laws. For some, truth used to be grasped by reason. For others, its essence is the Word, which is manifested completely only in Christ, the perfect man. The Word gives the universe its purpose. This touches the mystery of the why God created the universe. As the absolute being, omnipotent, omnipresent, what did God gain by creating something apart from Him? The text in the last group suggests that the primary theme was love. Love, which arises only in a relationship, is imprinted in the cosmos by the pervasive duality of plus and minus. Male and female, God too, to experience the joy of love, would create object apart from himself in which to have a relationship. Here lies the purpose of creation, the root idea in the mind of God that lies behind the blueprint of creation. In the beginning was the Word. He has created the heavens and the earth with truth. Quran 16:3. When heaven creates a thing, it gives each thing a principle of truth. Chu, see consciousness. The sun and the moon are made punctual. The stars and the trees alone adore, and the sky he had uplifted and had set the measure. Quran 55, 5, 7. The Lord of Wisdom founded the earth. By understanding, he established the heavens. By his knowledge, the deep broken forth, and the clouds dropped down the dew. Proverbs 3:19-20. By truth is the earth sustained, and by sun are the heavens. By order in the God's tent, and Soma is set in the sky. Rig Veda 10:85-1 Hinduism. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of man. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:1-5. This in the beginning was the only Lord of the universe. His word was with him, and this word was his second. He contemplated, he said, I will deliver this word so that she will produce and bring into being all this world. Tandya Mahabharama 20:14 Hinduism. He, Christ, is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For in him all things were created in heaven and earth, visible and invisible, wherever thrones of dominions or principalities of authorities. All things were created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. Colossians 1:15-17. The Lord created me at the beginning of his work, the first of his act of old ages ago. I was set up at the first before the beginning of the earth, when he made out the thousands of the earth. And then I was beside him, like a little child. I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him, always rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the sons of men. Proverbs 8:22-31. In human practice, when a mortal king builds a palace, he builds it not with his own skill, but with the skill of an architect. The architect, moreover, does not build it out of his head, but employs plans and diagrams to know how to arrange the chambers and the doors. Thus God consulted the Torah and created the world. Genesis Riba 1:1 Judaism. The tower has its reality and its signs, but is without action or form. You can hand it down, but you cannot receive it. You can get it, but you cannot see it. It is its own source of own root. Before heaven and earth exist, it was there. From, from ancient times, it gave spirituality to the spirits and to God. It have built to heaven and to earth. It exists beyond the highest point, and yet you cannot call it lofty. It exists beneath the limit of the sixth direction, and yet you cannot call it deep. It was born before heaven and earth, and yet you cannot say it has been there for long. It is earlier than the earliest time, and yet you cannot call it old. Chang'an Tzu, Taoism. And now let's read the teaching of second coming Messiah Sun Myung Moon. With what was the world created? In the beginning there was God's will. There was God's idea. All along with it there was God's plan. God's original will was to create humans and the human world according to his plan. Therefore, human beings, no matter how fallen, should stand with the will and the plan of God. Even the most advanced science cannot attain or surpass what God has made. The immense universe operates in an orderly way according to its laws. Since God created and governs the immense universe whose comprehension is beyond the reach of human thought and science, we conclude that God is absolute scientist. Even the greatest scientist or scholar in the world today possesses only minuscule knowledge. The deeper you go, the more you will find principal actions based on eternal laws. Considering this, we see that these laws would not have come about by chance. In every case, they uphold a certain content of the origin. Their direction is aligned with and never contradictory to and the whole purpose of the universe. This lawful universe is infinitely vast and at the same time so subtle. Hence, no one can deny that God, who created the universe, is the King of wisdom and the King of knowledge. Before God created the heaven and the earth, and the human beings, there was a time when he functioned centering on himself because we humans resemble God. We also have times when we think only about ourselves. And God began to create all things in heaven and on earth. This means that he spread out the universe as the environment for human beings, his object partners. In due course, he would create his object partners. All this investment by the invisible God was for the purpose of manifesting as the visible God. God created human beings as the model, expanding his creation to the four directions: east, west, south, and north. Before creating human beings, God created the natural world by expressing partial reflection of its internal nature and external form. He had conceived for human beings um, who were yet to be created. Hence, a human being as the manifest image of God contained the sum total of the essence of all things. Even before the creation, the first thing that God thought of was through parents, and the family, where through parents, through couple, and through children are united as one. So interesting, brothers and sisters. This message for today, interfaith, and I like this quote. All along with it, there was a God's plan. God's original will was to create humans and humans' world according to his plan. And therefore human beings, no matter how fallen, should stand with the will and plan of God. So, brothers and sisters, please practice today. Find what is God's plan and will for you. And you see, I read the biographies of billionaires, modern billionaires, and all of them follow God's plan. They have something inside, and they do what they like. Means they do everything by their own talent. So this do by yourself today. Invest in prayer and understand what is God's will for you and God's plan, and practice it every day, every second, every hour, every year, and all your life. And that's all for today. Wish you a great, happy day today. Contact me, like this video, subscribe, and share with all your friends to join this billion happy subscribers marathon. All the best.